everybody. Thank you for coming to the Red Stars post-match press conference. Today we have Coach Petrucelli and also Bianca St-Georges. And if you have a question, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Jeff?
Could you update the injury situation?
Yeah, I wish I could. I know that she's being evaluated. They took her to the hospital, but that's about all I know at this point. We don't really have any information back
Like
or
a knee
anything.
or-
I'm sorry?
Was it a knee or?
It's her leg somewhere, but I know exactly where.
It's an info.
Yeah,
hear
once
back
we
from
know.
the trainer that went with her to the hospital.
But did she, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. Did she go through concussion protocol as well? It seemed like two things maybe.
Yeah, I think the initial thought
Okay.
was it was concussion, but I don't believe that in the end that's what it was. I think it was more her leg than it was her head.
Yeah, maybe jumping off of that, you guys can only control the controllables, but you've had to deal with maybe just frankly bad luck multiple times this season. How do you deal with that in the moment, and then just this game moving into the next one, how do you ride that emotionally?
Yeah, look, we've had some things that haven't quite bounced our way, but I think that happens to every team, and I don't think that we're focused on sort of luck or anything like that. I think we go through the same process that we always go through, and I think there were some positives today, and I think we looked like a team that was capable of being dangerous, and the last couple of games we haven't looked like that. So we fought hard. We created goal scoring chance. We scored a couple. We also played a pretty good team.
And then for you, Bianca, maybe speaking to that, the fight shown by the team in the last 15, 20 minutes, was that something that you guys talked about, or was it just sort of a locked-in moment where you move forward and you try to make those chances to get the equalizer?
It felt different today, not gonna lie. When it became 3-1, usually I feel like in the past games we were like, oh, here we go again. You could feel like our shoulders going down, but on this one it felt different. It's good to see some people back. Ali's back, different energy. I don't know, it's the belief. We know we're halfway through the season. We still have a chance. It's slight, but it's not impossible. So the best thing we can do is keep believing that we can, and I think it kicked in. So obviously disappointing. We didn't win. We didn't even get a point, but it showed something. It's still there.
And then maybe just last one for you, Chris, actually for both of you maybe. There's been a lot of attention paid on the defense, but it seems like Tierna and Kayla specifically are really starting to build that chemistry back, and that's allowing you, Bianca, to get forward a little bit more. Can you just talk about taking those steps forward as a team with that much focus on the defense?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we have given up a lot of goals, to be fair, right? But I continue to point to, our lack of possession that leads to the ball being around our penalty area a lot. And, the more time the ball spends in your penalty area, better chance something happens, right? And so I thought today we were a little better going forward. We created some more. We held the ball a little bit better, not as much in the first half, but in the second half I felt we held it a little better. That takes some pressure off those guys in the back. The addition of Kayla, I think you can see it makes a difference. She's such a physical presence, and she's still on restricted minutes, so we couldn't keep her in. But I think she's made us a little more solid in the back.
And then just for you, Bianca, as a point of pride, how nice was it to see that performance out of them, and then again being able to generate the attack today?
Tierna is a world-class player. I look up to her. I think she's an example for everybody. The way that she shows up to training, it's someone I aspire to be like. So mad respect for her. I think she brings something to the team that can't be replicated anywhere else. I'm not kidding. And I think she's going to be one of the best center backs in the world. It's coming. It's gonna take time, but I have faith in her. And then for Kayla, she's been going through so much with her injury. I have a lot of compassion for her because I know what it's like. And sometimes you feel like an injury can bring you down and can make you slower. It can make you not like the player before, but I disagree. I think it shows resilience, determination, perseverance. she's going to be stronger than ever. So they're going to be a dynamic duo in the back.
This game today had the most offensive chances that you've had this season. What clicked?
Don't
this week
remind me.
That was special.
Yeah, I mean, we just had, I think more than anything, a more aggressive mentality. I think Bianca for sure was really dangerous, every time she got the ball. And I just think overall we were more aggressive when we went forward. There was more, you saw the number of times Bianca took the ball and just ran at them and went for it. And, we saw that from Shayna when she came in, and we saw that from Ella, we saw that from Ava. So it was more a mentality than anything else, of this mindset of trying to get the ball to goal.
Yeah, and for Bianca, it seemed as if like you were just seeing the field a little bit differently today. What was that?
I think it sounds so corny, but just the belief that I can go 1v1, that's something Chris keeps repeating, that's something Ella keeps repeating, Coach Ella keeps repeating to me, to just go at them. And I can hear them in my ear, just go at them. And then I think the fear of failure would hold me back in the past, because I'm like, if I go and I'm being selfish by going and we lose it, I'm gonna feel terrible. But then to feel like the mistake doesn't matter as long as I respond and I learn and create opportunities, if I keep going, that's all that matters. So I tried it, it worked, and then you get a little cocky with that.
Thank you.
Any other questions in the room?
Maybe just one last tactical one, Chris. You were talking about, you've said all season talking about how holding the ball further up the field is going to take the pressure off the defense.
Yeah.
Now that we're halfway through the season, does it still feel like that's getting the personnel right, that's getting the actual ball progression right?
Yeah.
With having gone through this many weeks and kind of seeing where the team's at now, what is that progress that still needs to continue?
Sure. So you've seen, I think, we've shifted back and forth between 3 back, 4 back, and different structures in midfield and things like that. So I think what we know is that it's not the system, right? Because we've tried a number of different ones. It is getting the right combination of players, and the mentality, to be a little bit more aggressive in attack. I think those are the two things, and I still don't know what the right combination of players is, because again, in and out, and Allie's been out and she's back in, and who knows what happens now with Gilly, and without Gilly, are we back in a 3 back because we're starting to run low in the back? But I don't know. I don't know exactly what the mix is. I'll just tell you that we're trying, and we'll continue to try.
All right, Hernan, do you have any questions?
Yeah, just one really quick. You said before the game that we were preparing for this game. What this game was, what you expected for your players and for the team that come to visit you?
Yeah, I mean, I think we expected that they would have the ball some. I think we have a lot of respect for them and their players. There's a lot of good players on that team, world-class kind of players on that team. So I think we saw from them what we thought we were going to see. That played pretty much the same way that they've been playing all year. But I do think, our team was a little bit different, and I thought, the first half we defended very well. It was took a big-time player to score a big-time goal to break us down, and then in the second half we got a little bit more aggressive and got on the front foot going forward a little bit more.
All right, if there are no more questions, that will conclude today's post-match press conference.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.